You know how they always say money changes people, but nothing changes a family faster than inheritance. Trust me when I say this. The day my grandfather died, the entire family gathered in his old house. Some people came to mourn, others came to count what they hoped to inherit. You know how it is. My uncles arrived wearing expensive clothes, pretending to be heartbroken. And of course, the aunties cried the loudest, but everyone knew they hadn't visited my grandfather in years. I stood quietly by the corner, allowing the elders to do their things. Unlike everyone else, I wasn't expecting anything. For the first 3 years of his life, for the last 3 years of his life, I was the only one who cooked his meal, cleaned his room, took him to the hospital, and kept him company when everyone else was too busy. He never promised me money. He only smiled and said kindness always find its way home. I never understood what he meant. The family lawyer arrived with a sealed envelope. The room became silent. One by one, expensive properties were mentioned. You know how it is. The largest house, several plots of land, business investment. Everyone smiled, convinced they were about to become wealthy. Then the lawyer stopped. There is one final instruction from your grandfather, he said. The room fell completely silent. The lawyer opened another envelope. To the family I loved, he wrote, if you're hearing this, then I have left this world. I watched each of you throughout my life. Some of you visited only when you needed money. Some remember my birthday only when I reminded you. But one person never asked me for anything. Everyone looked around the room. The lawyer continued. The person who cared for me when I could no longer care for myself deserves something more valuable than property. My heart started beating faster. The lawyer looked directly at me. Inside the old wooden cupboard in my bedroom is the small black box, he said. It belongs to my granddaughter alone. Mhm. The room exploded with confusion. A black box? Our uncle shouted. What about the houses? Another demanded. The lawyer calmly replied, the properties have been divided according to the will, but the content of the black box belonged to her alone. My hand shook as I opened it. Inside was an old receipt book, a faded photograph of my grandfather and grandmother, and a handwritten letter. For a moment, I felt disappointed. Everyone else had received land and money. I received an old notebook. My relatives laughed. After all your hard work, that's all he left you? They mocked. I smiled politely and went home. That night, I opened the receipt book. Between its pages, I found another envelope. Inside was a document proving that my grandfather had quietly bought a small commercial building years earlier. The property had been rented out for years, and every payment had been saved in an account he opened in my name. You can imagine. He had hidden in inside the receipt book, because he knew greed would make people overlook something they considered worthless. Along with the document, his final letter read, if you are reading this, it means you learned the lesson. I wanted to teach wealth can disappear, but kindness, patience, and hard work create a legacy no one can steal. Use these gifts to build something that fits both people and hope. Tears filled my eyes. I used my money to open my own kitchen, not a mansion, not a luxury business, just a small one where every meal was prepared with love. The same love my grandfather showed me.